Hello one and all, and welcome to a rather special video for a rather special occasion. If you can't already tell by the title of this video, very recently, yesterday in fact, we've just reached the 100 can't talk, just reached the 100 subscriber milestone, which is absolutely amazing. I'm very happy, and I have to thank you all for that. But before we get into talking about that, let me explain what you are about to watch. I'm going to do a if you can't if you can't tell, this is GTR2, an absolutely fantastic game which I absolutely recommend to anyone who is into sim racing. It's, according to a lot of people, this is the best GT simulator out there, and I tend to agree. It is a very good sim, and you should definitely check it out. I'm not sure if you can still buy a physical copy of it, but I think I saw it on Steam a couple of times, so you could probably get it from there. But so what you are about to see here is a 16-minute race around Imola using the 2004 cars. The game has two full seasons, the 2003 and 2004 FIA GT seasons, which is probably the most one of the best periods in GT racing, back when there were still multi classes on the grid. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, a very good sim here, and I will be driving the Lister Storm, my favorite car in from this period. I'm starting from the back. I've not qualified, so this is going to be a bit of a challenge. There are no assists, using 100% AI, so there is going to be some challenge as we now start the parade lap. But yeah, 100 subscribers, guys. That's absolutely fantastic news. I've never thought I would reach this point. To be honest, I never thought I would be still making videos 1.5 years after I started. Basically, back in November 2015, when I started making YouTube videos, I kind of felt that maybe by the end of January the next year, I will probably give up, because, well, that's kind of me. I tend to get bored of things really quickly and just drop them then and there. However, it seems that I'm still going, and this is mostly thanks to you guys, because, well, you're the people who are watching these videos, and you're the reason I'm making these videos. But I wanted to make a special video, and obviously I could have waited until tomorrow, when I will release the 1951 German Grand Prix, and call that the special. But I thought to myself that, I've been doing Formula 1 videos almost exclusively, except for that one time when I made that IL-2 Sturmovik 1946 video back in, what was it, May 2016, something like that. But yeah, I've been doing, well, almost exclusively Formula 1 videos, and I thought that wouldn't be anything special. That would be, well, routine, for lack of a better word. So I decided to do something else, and this is it, GTR2. Again, as I said, a very awesome game which you should really absolutely try out if you haven't already. Very good card, very good time period as well. So this is actually based on the same game engine that is used in F1 Challenge, believe it or not. The what was it called again? Seriously, I can't remember the name. It's called ISI motor, or G2 motor. That's it, G2 motor engine. This is actually based on the G2 motor 2 version, which was used in R Factor, and later in R Factor 2, and improved on it in R Factor 2. Actually, this engine was used by a lot of sims, including, well, GTR, the race series, which was also released by Simben, the GT Legends sim, which is also by Simben, and even some of the more modern sims. They still use the G motor engine or part of it. Games like Assetto Corsa, I believe, and maybe even Project Cars, although I'm not very sure. But yeah, this is one of probably one of the most successful gaming engines for Sims, aside from the aside from the engine used in Grand Prix Legends, which is now used in iRacing, I believe. But yeah, a very good game. Anyway, hmm, I'm not really sure what to talk about. um, Man, this is not a very good video, is it? I wasn't really prepared for anything like this, really. Um, I'm not really sure what to say as I try to overtake this Porsche, but it won't really let me. I'm sure I'll get him soon. Hopefully I can finish in a pretty good position. I mean, right now I'm between NGT and GT3 and NGT cars, so I should be able to do a lot better. These are very slow cars compared to what I have. I mean, the Lister Storm has a 560 horsepower engine, I believe, somewhere along those lines, whilst everything around me at the moment are NGTs, and they barely break 300 horsepower, I believe, something like that. If I'm talking out of my ass, please feel free to correct me. But yeah, 100 subscribers. Again, I never would have expected to reach this milestone. Once, for one, because I never thought I would be still doing videos 1.5 years after I started, and two, because the first couple of months, the first 3 or 4 months even, didn't go very well. Uh, I I think I was stuck with around 23 to 25 subscribers until well into May or March or March, April, something like that. So I really didn't expect to explode like this. Well, explode is a relative term here. Obviously, there are channels with a lot more obviously there are channels with a lot more subscribers than this. 100 is not something very big, but for me it is a very huge stepping stone. But again, as I said, at the beginning of the year, the first couple of months, first few months, it didn't go very well. I was stuck around 23, 25 subscribers. Then when I started to add those little teasers at the end of my videos that, well, basically teased the new F1 series I'm doing right now with the classic cars and doing the entire history of Formula 1, that's when uh, subscribers started pouring in at a higher rate. Then I did those, sorry, then I did those tutorial videos on how to install the 2003 RH F1 mod, and then the how to install the F1 Challenge VB mod, and that also helped um, with the subscribers. Then obviously I started the new series, and that helped even more. So it seems that I made a very good decision with doing this series, and I hope it will carry on like this. I'm not sure when we'll double the subscriber numbers, but for now 100 is very, very good. I I kind of hope to have 100 subscribers by the end of the year, but again, as I said, because the first part of the year was so slow, I kind of gave up on that idea. Didn't really think it would happen. Most of the subscribers I have right now have been subscribing in the past, what, 3 months, something like that. Ooh, nearly lost the car there. But I managed to catch it quite beautifully with the help of the Porsche behind me. Gee, I wonder what place I'm in right now. I haven't been paying attention too much. I'm just talking here and not really paying attention at what's going on at the screen. This is obviously post commentary. The video has been recorded beforehand. Uh, this is something I actually would like to change. However, I don't yet have the possibility of recording live commentary because of how my setup works. I'm actually using a tripod to prop my microphone on, which, well, as good as it is for post commentary, it wouldn't really help in live commentary because I wouldn't I wouldn't really have place to um, move very well. And when you're driving, you kind of have to move. That's kind of the nature of it. But yeah, hopefully at one point I will be able to get a proper microphone stand and hopefully a better microphone because, well, to be honest, this is absolutely horrendous. But it's the only one I've got. Actually, I have another one, but that one is even more broke than this, so there's no way in hell I will try that one. But yeah. I'm running out of things to say. This is rather embarrassing. Um, yeah, this is. I really don't know what more to say. Well, guess I could kind of let you guys listen to the sound of the engine for a couple of corners here. I really, really like the sound of the engine on this car. It sounds so freaking awesome. So, for a couple of corners here, maybe until Tamburello, I'll let you listen to the engine without me speaking over it. So, here we go. Now, doesn't that sound freaking awesome? Man, this car sounds so good. Like, really, the way it spools up, the way, the moment the turbocharger kicks in, it's so freaking awesome. And I really, really love this car. The Lister Storm is, as I said, my favorite car in the bunch. And in this period of GT racing, it's kind of ugly. And in the words of Matt from Empty Box, it's basically a barn door, a very, very fast barn door. However, to me, personally, it's really appealing. I really like the car. It kind of reminds me of pretty much every car from sort of the 80s, which were really boxy back then. If you've seen any, so is the Lister Storm. It's quite boxy. Even Formula One cars, especially in the early 80s, they were very boxy. But you also have Group 5 cars in GT racing, which were these huge, ugly, boxy cars, which were stupidly fast. Then you also have obviously have Group B and Rally, also very boxy cars and very dangerous cars. The 80s had a, a fixation on boxy, dangerous to drive cars. That's something really amazing to me, and that's kind of portrayed in the Lister Storm. I think that's why I really like this car, because it reminds me so much of those really those 80s typical 80s race cars with those ridiculous body kits on well, not on most of them, on all of them. They all looked very ridiculous. But yeah, it's a very nice car. Although I wouldn't really recommend it if you've never driven before, because again, it has 560 horsepower, so you kind of need to ease into it and learn how to drive something in the lower classes, like the Porsches we are looking at right now. And I'm not really doing very well in this race. I should have been a lot higher up. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of mistakes as well all over the throughout the race, and I have made mistakes even further after this, so that's why I'm lagging behind somewhere in 29th place, I guess. Out of 35, that's not very good. But yeah. Also, another thing I think I should talk about in this video, it's sort of an unofficial announcement of some plans I have. One plan I have to start a new channel. Again, this is an unofficial announcement. I don't know when it will start, when I'm going to start the channel. Uh, but the only thing I really have at the moment is the channel name, which I'll put on the screen right now. Um, Metal Gamer Andy. Yeah, I guess it sounds a bit weird, but that's going to be the name of the new channel. That's pretty much all I have for now, and that's pretty much all I have to say at the moment until I iron out things a bit more. I still don't have a logo, I don't have any channel art yet, and I also want to kind of figure out what I want to do for my first video on that channel. I'm not really sure yet. It is going to be a channel where I upload basically anything game related, so I'm going to keep this channel as my uh, well, for if I could talk, I'm going to keep this channel exclusively for Formula 1 and racing, sim racing in general. So you might see some more GTR videos in the future, you might see some race injection videos in the future, maybe even some R Factor, GT Legends, Grand Prix Legends, I don't know. But this channel will stay a exclusively a racing sim channel. The new channel, which I'm talking about, is going to have anything really, from I don't know, Minecraft videos. Well, probably not, but just to give you an idea, it's going to have anything and pretty much everything else. But I still need to iron out a lot of things and figure out what I want to play what I want to showcase for the first time. I was thinking somewhere along the lines of maybe some of the Need for Speed titles, like maybe Underground 2, Most Wanted, Carbon. These are kind of my favorites from the series. Yes, I do like other games besides sim racing, and I do occasionally indulge in some arcade racing because arcade racing can be fun at times. But again, I might not do that. I might do something entirely different. To be honest, I like a lot of types of games. Racing is not the only thing I like. Anything from strategies to um, role-playing games to strategy games. I pretty much like anything. Well, maybe first-person shooters. Those are not really up my alley. I'm not particularly fond of those. However, there are a couple of titles I do enjoy as I massively cut through Rivata there. Yeah, there are a couple of shooters I really like. Generally, the ones that are set in World War II, I have a wild fascination with World War II, and I pretty much like any game that's set in that time period. But I'm not really a big fan of modern first-person shooters. I don't know. I was never able to get into them. I remember back when the original Counter-Strike was still just a mod for Half-Life. One of my friends introduced me to it, but I didn't. There was I don't know. I, I well, it was fun when playing with friends, people you know, but other than that, it, I it didn't really appeal to me. And the same goes for any modern first-person shooter. So Battlefield and Call of Duty, these are not games for me. I do not like them. I'm more of a World War II shooter kind of guy. So bring me the old Medal of Honors, the old Call of Duties, and probably my favorite franchise in the first-person genre based in World War II is Brothers in Arms by Ubisoft. That's a very, very nice series, in my opinion, at least. So yeah, that channel is going to have everything again. I'm going to make an official announcement on when I'm going to officially start the channel some point in the future. And I'm running out of things to say again, despite the fact that we are nearing the end of the race. I think this is either the last lap or there is one more lap after this. Not entirely sure. The race should end soon though because I'm running out of fuel. And there we go. This is now the cooldown lap. So yeah, I realize this is kind of a weird special video. Uh, but I really wasn't prepared for any of this. This is something I just thought of very quickly once when I woke up this morning and decided, okay, so let's do something, and this is the end result. Now, uh, not a I'm not going to say this is a good video. I'm not going to say this is a good special video. Hell no. This is far from a good video, and I apologize for this. But I would like to thank you because, after all, it is thanks to you that I've gained 100 subscribers. It is you guys who watch my videos, and you are the people who do decide to subscribe. So this is all your credit, not mine. I'm only here to record record, edit, and upload videos. It is your part to watch them, like them, and if you feel like it, subscribe to the channel. And it seems that you somehow enjoy my videos, despite the fact that there's clearly better content out there. Although I would argue that there's probably worse content there as well. I don't know. I'm not here to brag about myself. That would be kind of awkward, and it's not really what I want to do. That's not what this channel is supposed to be about. And I completely ran out of fuel as I entered the pit lane. So yeah. Again, thank you guys for 100 subscribers. It's been a very interesting ride so far. I'm hoping that as time goes by, we can double, maybe even triple the subscriber count as we take a look at the end result here. I'm very embarrassed of my finishing position, only 26th out of 35. Not very good. I'm locked there between the NGT and GT3 cars, whilst the other GT cars are at the top of the list. So I didn't do very well in this race. But yeah, again, thank you for the 100 subscribers, guys. This is absolutely amazing. I never would have thought that we'd reach this point. So the next big milestone would be, I guess it would be the 2-year special, which should come in November, obviously. After that, in terms of subscribers, I think it's going to be the 500 subscriber milestone, which is, I'm pretty sure, quite far off from where we are at the moment. But anyway, again, thank you, and thank you for watching this video, and thank you for the 100 subscribers. It's been absolutely amazing.